Welcome back to another episode of My Honest Take. This is the only podcast that matters and the only pod you'll ever need. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. This podcast today is going to be a doozy. It's going to be a doozy. I got a lot to say because the news that I have been witnessing in this past week has just been getting juicier and juicier. So, without further ado, grab your snacks, grab your popcorn, grab your drinks, and let's get back into another episode of My Honest Take. So, to begin the show, I want to go ahead and just dive right in. Let's just dive right in, people. Head first, okay? We have the situation with Miss her, I think her name's Cassie. Cassie, I think it's Cassie. Miss Cassie and Mr. Diddy. Sean Combs. All right. This situation is a doozy because let's backtrack before I tell you what happened. Let's backtrack. So Cassie ends up coming in to court, which, if we don't know who Cassie is, she is one of Diddy's exes. As we know, Diddy was talking to Young Miami, from City Girls, which was mwah, mwah, French kiss. That's a woman right there. But that's besides the point. Cassie was one of the exes, and she ended up filing, a lawsuit saying, Diddy raped me, sexually assaulted me, verbal abuse, regular abuse physically, and things like that, just the whole 9 yards, all right? The whole 9 yards, usually it's just, mental abuse or something, or just physical abuse. No, it's the whole 9 yards. It's everything and more. You know what I mean? It's like when you go to a place and can I get just a burger? And they tell you, well, it's only $2 to get the combo. Matter of fact, nah, let me get the combo. That's how it was, It may have just been physical assault. And you say, matter of fact, let me add mental abuse to the equation, That's how it was. So she ends up filing this lawsuit, right? And off of first glance, we're looking at it like, all right, here we go. Another ex or another girl coming out, 2, 3, 4, 5 years later, talking about something that happened in the past, And I see where they're coming from because it's hard to speak out. I talked about this in the podcast earlier, I believe, last week. It's hard to speak out when things like that happen, But it's still that same, double-edged sword where it's like, yeah, but you waited this long to say it now. Now people are going to think it's a cash grab. People are going to think you're jealous. It's going to be a little bit harder. Yada, 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 blase, 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 right? So, like I said, I believe I talked about this in the last podcast, so we're just going to break it down fast like that. Boom. So, fast forward, right? With everything happening, we're all thinking, what's going to happen? Is he done for? Is he going to get tried in court? Is this going to go to the big leagues? Is he done? Is he going to jail? No. No. Ended up settling for an undisclosed amount. Let's stop there. Ladies and gentlemen, money talks. Money talks. Okay? No matter what happens, if you have the right amount of money, people will listen. And that's true for anything. Listen to me now. With the right amount of money, everybody will talk, everybody will listen, everybody will reconsider, everybody will think. And that's just how money is. That's what money means to people, man. So the fact that we don't know what the undisclosed amount is, ladies and gentlemen, we could easily just chalk it up to it's in the millions. Might shit, probably hit the billions at this point. Because everybody knows once it says undisclosed amount, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. All right? It's a lot of damn money. Now, this is where I have to bring my honest take in. See what I did there? Okay, no, for real, focus. This is why I gotta bring my honest take in because why even bring this up in the first place if you were going to settle, you know what I mean, on this amount of money, because then it just feels like it was a blackmail. You see what I'm saying? Where it's like, I'm gonna say this information, tarnish your reputation, but if you talk to me behind closed doors and say, hey, I'll pay you X amount of dollars, all right, I'll drop it. Well, like this never happened. People gonna forget about it. And truth be told, it doesn't. It's not there no more. It's like we all forgot. And the reason why is because as humans, we love that entertainment. We're always looking for the next big thing, right? The next best thing. So when something like this starts to become stale, we look for what else is trending. That's why things trend every single day. It's always something new. It may be the same thing, but it's different, you know? And if it's not the same thing, it's completely different. It's off the wall. It's something that you, what? Why is this trending? How many times you went and looked and said, why is this trending? As humans, we were looking for that next big thing, that next thing to satisfy us. So I knew this wasn't going to last too long. You know what I'm saying? It was just a heat in the moment thing. Everybody looked at it and said, what's going to happen? What's going on? And like I said, money talks. With the right amount of money, things could go away. People will shut up about it. But like I said, it makes her look bad now because it's like, why even do this in the first place? What was your agenda? You know, and then it also makes Diddy look bad because why did you give her this, amount of money to shut up about something? What's really going on? Because that brings me to this next statement with 50. And if people don't understand why I said 50, 50 Cent, everybody knows him. We don't got to say that. Many men wish death upon. I'm just going to sing that part, copyright reasons. But 50 Cent, will tell people in interviews, it's public. You guys can look it up. Everything is public information nowadays. He doesn't go to Diddy's parties because things happen in those parties. Diddy's a little touchy with people and things like that. So now that brings up, that raises eyebrows. It raises questions like, okay, maybe he did do this stuff. What is going on? What's happening at these parties? What's happening with these ladies, these guys? What's going on? Who knows? Who knows? Hey, I keep my ears low and keep my head straight. I just listen and I bring y'all the news, man. But it's just interesting, how people can easily say something, but for that right amount of money, oh boy, I shut up. Yeah, no, it's not no more. No, I don't know what he did. So both parties is looking guilty. Nobody looks innocent. So that was pretty big. That was pretty major to think about. I had to bring y'all that. I had to cover that. I definitely had to. I definitely freaking had to. I'm not gonna cuss today. You know what I'm saying? Well, it depends. I mean, we still got a couple more things to talk about. So I'm gonna hold my tongue, just for now, because I feel like it's about to get even juicier. It's about to get even juicier, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and damn gentlemen. Let's talk about something that is very controversial. Very controversial, but I feel like it needs to be said. Let's go ahead and just address the elephant in the room. If you have not seen I want to say it was SpaceX launching another rocket missile spacecraft to go ahead and go to space, and ended up blowing up. All right, had a successful launch, successful takeoff, and then ended up blowing up in the sky. Now, off of first glance, all right, malfunction. Next one, But people, of course, that they research started looking at the video closely, started, high defing and zooming in. High defing, I like that, high defing. That's my new, yeah. So people started putting videos in high def. People started zooming in and seeing things. And now we have came to the conclusion that, ladies and gentlemen, they are trying to break down the firmament. Okay. Now, what is the firmament? Okay, for all my religious people, that is pretty much, in simplest terms, a dome above the earth. Okay. Now, you may not believe it. Some people do, some people don't. I'm not to say you should. I'm not the one to judge. But they say the firmament is just a dome, all right, surrounding the earth. And they are trying to break down the firmament to actually go to space. So what does that mean? That means we haven't been to space. Now, that is a conspiracy in itself. Have we ever even touched the moon? Have we ever been to space? Do we even know if there actually is any planets? What is this? You know what I mean? Because when you do look at that video, right? When you do look at that video, you can see it's like it hits something. It hits something, and then it just like curves down. So it does make you think. What is this? Like, what did it hit? Did it hit something? Like, it does make you wonder. But like I said, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't think people are gonna take you serious when they hear that. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna look at you and just yeah, okay, just one of those people. You think the earth's flat too, right? So it's weird though, because it's like people won't even let you listen. People won't even give you a chance. But it made sense because when you really look at that video, y'all, I'm telling you, it does look like it hit something. So we gotta understand, hey, it's a bigger game, man. It's a bigger picture than what we're seeing. All right, we gotta dig underneath the surface to really understand what we're looking at, man. And it's wild. It's wild because, like I said, it did make me think. What did it hit? What did it hit? Because it had to hit something. The way it curved and just it had to hit something, dude. It had to hit something. I wanted to just say that though, because I felt like I don't want to get too deep into it, because the two biggest things nobody likes to talk about is always religion and politics. It's like the biggest red flags. People hate talking about it. So it's like, let's think about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's think about it. Okay. Hey, let's relax. All right. I don't want to go too deep. I don't want to open that can of worms. I really don't. I just want to bring the news to y'all. But another news. Another news. Let's get a quick moment of silence and a prayer for my brother Snoop Dogg. Oh, he's not dead. Trust me, he's not dead. But he did give up the weed. Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta change my whole 2023 calendar because we are now in the end times. Snoop Dogg gave up the ganja? Snoop Dogg gave up the weed? It was Stephen A. Smith's fault. It was his fault. I know it was. He's always telling everybody to stay off the weed. And now look what happened. All we got left now was Wiz Khalifa. If Wiz drops it, something's going on. If Wiz Khalifa stops smoking, something is going on. Okay? If you are a heavy weed smoker, okay, and Wiz Khalifa stops, you might as well sell your whole collection. Sell it all. Get rich and then dip off. Because something's going on with the packs. Something's going on. But the reason I say this is big news, because ladies and gentlemen, Snoop Dogg's been posting a lot now on IG of himself. We know he was one of the big ones when it came to the memes, you know what I'm saying? Little things like that. When it came to the games, telling EA to fix their game, if I got to make calls, and then the game is fixed in 15 minutes stat. That's Snoop. But now he's been posting a lot of himself, and it just looks like he's stressing. It's looking like he's going through all the major withdrawals. Okay? This man's got the veins popping out his head. This man's looking like he's gonna go to sleep every single day. It looks like he's depressed. It's them withdrawals, bro. It's them withdrawals. But what's crazy is weed is an addicting chemical to some. And people say it's not. Everything can be an addiction. So don't tell me that weed's not an addicting substance. Everything in life can be addicting if you like it strong enough. You know what I'm saying? So for the people who say you can't get addicted to weed, you're dumb. I have to be straight up with you. You're dumb. Because if you're constantly eating candy, you always need candy, you're addicted. To people who always watch porn, you're addicted. To people who always play games, who's always on their phone, to people who love to always go to play basketball. You can't live without these things. You're addicted. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been seeing things, people saying, who smokes every day? Who can do that? People are addicted to, yes, people are addicted to this stuff. They need it every single day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, right before they go to bed. You know what I'm saying? After they brush their teeth, before they brush their teeth, before they jump in the shower, after they jump in the shower, while they're taking a shit, while they're taking a piss. They need it. They fiending for it. They fiends. So don't tell me you can't be addicted to it. Okay? And Snoop is showing you that, man, he could do it. You could do it too. That's what it is. He's showing you, man, look, man, if I could do it, you could do it too. Y'all, so no excuses. No excuses. Get up, get active, go outside, go get some sun, go do something else than smoke. All right. But like I said, if Wiz stops, something's going on. Y'all might want to pay attention because the end times is here. If he drops it too, the two biggest ones. Oh no, something's really wrong. But yeah, man, Snoop gave it up, man. It's interesting too because Meek Mill ended up saying, "Yo, if Snoop dropped it, I'm gonna drop it too. Let's change our ways." Da da da. Why, when it comes to smoking, we want to change our ways now? That's crazy, Meek. I think Meek should have kept that tweet to himself. I think Meek should have kept that to himself because that made no sense. It made no sense. I didn't get it. Why was the, like, you never realize when you say something, you're like, damn, why did I say that? Like, I look stupid. Or you look back, you're like, yo, I was talking like that. Why did I do that? I think Meek, when he tweeted that, like, he thought he did something. I thought he thought it was gonna bang. Like, yeah, I'm gonna change the world. No more smoking. What? What? It made no sense. It made no sense. And the thing about weed too, which they just came out with the news, and it was linked to one death or something like that. It was messing up somebody's lungs or something like that. Listen to me. People always say, "Oh, weed never killed nobody. Cigarettes do, so I'm gonna smoke weed." Da da da. You're still fucking up your lungs. Oh, there it is. See, there. I told myself I wasn't gonna do it, but as you can see, I'm passionate about trying to change the community. Put the weed down. But I can tell you how to live your life. Do your thing. But anything that you're inhaling into your lungs is gonna obviously affect your lungs. It's gonna affect your breathing. It's gonna affect all that. So, I mean, obviously, it's gonna have some long-term effect. We probably just can't see it now. But the thing too with weed, because I told everybody in the very beginning, close friends and people like that, weed is gonna catch its first body, and when it does, most people are gonna get a wake-up call. But the rest is not gonna care. They're gonna keep going. They're gonna push some limits. The reason why I said it's gonna happen is because of what we're putting into it. When you do something like that for a long time, right? Like I said, when you're addicted to something and you do it for a long, long time, you always look for a way to 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 get that feeling of excitement back, right? So if we use, you know, let's go with porn, right? Let's go back to that. You're addicted to it. All you do is just watch it every single day, right? At some point you're gonna get bored of it. You're gonna get tired of it. But you're so addicted, you're just gonna keep finding different videos, different things. But then you want that feeling of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like you're just anticipating it. You want to get surprised. You want that feeling of endorphins in you, right? So then you start going down the rabbit hole looking for these weird stuff. And then once you see it, now you got that excitement back. Boom. Now that's your high again. That's your natural high that you're getting because you're so addicted to it. But you did it so much, you started to get numb to it. It's the same thing with weed. People smoke it so much, they begin to build a tolerance to it. And then one day they start just, I don't want to smoke no more. Or they start upping how much they smoke and upping and upping and upping. And then it's like, it's still not the same effect. Then they start lacing it with stuff. You know what I'm saying? People put fentanyl inside of it. People start lacing it with acid. People start lacing it with mushrooms. And it's like, oh my gosh, these effects are crazy. And it's like, the more you do that, the more you're just killing yourself. You just don't know it yet. You just don't know it yet. So, I mean, it is crazy to see Snoop put it down, but I'm telling the rest of the world, man, I mean, if you do stop, I have faith in you. I know you can. But if you don't, just be responsible. Just be responsible with everything you do, man. That's truthful. That's how it is. Because I can tell you how to live your life. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, that's really how I really wanna attack it. You know what I'm saying? So, I want to definitely say that. Definitely want to say that. Now, I want to talk about one thing that is off the wall crazy. Off the wall crazy. Like I said, in this pod, we talk about everything. You get all your news here. You get all your news here. Sports, music, entertainment, games. You get everything. You get everything here. Let's talk about Miss Universe. Because Miss Universe just been crowned. I want to talk about the actual substance of a Miss Universe, because what qualifies or who qualifies to be Miss Universe or Miss USA or Miss National, Miss International? I don't know. It seems like it's Miss Everything. Number one, how you gonna say Miss Universe? We don't even know the rest of the people in our universe. That's number one. That's number one. How you gonna say, yeah, he's Miss Universe or he's Mr. Universe or she's Miss Universe? We've only been in our planet. What are we talking about? We haven't even seen the rest of the universe, so we don't even know who's over there. What? What are we talking about? But that's number one. Number two, when you see these women, they are beautiful women, but it's like, what qualifies? What are we looking at? Because I could go to my local Starbucks and find me a beautiful ass woman. She ain't Miss Universe. I could go to my local YMCA. Oh my gosh, look at her. But she ain't qualifying for Miss America. So what's qualifying these women? Like I said, this is no hate because they are beautiful women. But I'm just saying what qualifies, because there's some celebrities we look at and be like, yo, she's amazing. That's a beautiful woman. That top notch, da 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 da. But if she was to join that Miss Universe or Miss America, she would never make it. So that's why I'm like, what qualifies? You know what I'm saying? What are we really looking at? And it's the same thing with the sexiest man alive for the women. I see young women complaining sometimes how he make it. Who's this? How he get there? So it's like I think the criteria for men and women when it comes to, the sexiest man or sexiest women, things like that, is very weird. It's very it's like I need the rule book. I need to read the pamphlet or something. I need to read one of those because it's not making sense to me. It's not making sense. Because how do you win this? Like, can I just join and then I win? I don't think so. I'm gonna hit bottom of the barrel. I'm not even gonna be in the top 100. I'm not gonna be on a leaderboard. Yeah, I'm gonna be just next. What do you mean next contestant, please? That's what it's gonna feel like for me. Because so I'm saying, what's the parameters I have to reach? What is the parameters? Okay, what do I have to do to reach this universe status? Okay, but shout out to the lady who did win Miss Universe. And I also wonder, with her being Miss Universe now, what do they get? Like, do they get a prize, or do they just like what do they get? Do they get anything else off the court? I mean, off the court. This is ridiculous. I'm treating the Miss Universe like it's an NBA game. It's well, damn. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know. It's different. It's different. Now, I feel like we're getting closer to ending the show. Usually I talk about sports. That's usually what I talk about. Do I want to start it now? Or do I want to... you know what? You know what? You know what? Let's talk about... Nah, I might save that for the next one. Yeah, I'm going to say that one for the next one. Just know I got some juicy stuff next one. And ladies and gentlemen, I told you I've been working behind the scenes. Next podcast, we should have the YouTube VOD up. The video will be up on this podcast. Finally bringing out the guest. It's been a long time coming. That's all I'm going to say. It's been a long time coming. Freaking finally, right? Look at me. I'm being family friendly for now. All right? For now. The next one with the people, oh, Lord, hey, hide your kids. But I think the last two subjects I want to talk about. Let's talk about the first one real quick. Is iPhone. Reports are coming through saying the new iPhone 16 is going to have a 60 hertz display. Now, me saying that, the people who don't know, obviously don't care. For the people who do know, obviously do care. All it means is how fast your screen refresh is. So when you go to Google, YouTube, whatever it is, and you swipe up, to see more content, see more searches, things like that, it's how choppy or fade or how it looks when you're swiping, right? At 120 hertz, it's smooth, buttery smooth. 60 hertz, you might see a little stutter step. You might seem a little slower. It might seem like it didn't load up as fast. That's all it is. To the average consumer, that's not going to mean nothing to you. It's not going to mean the end of the world. But to people who actually have started using phones at 120 hertz, going back to 60, you will notice it. You know what I'm saying? For people who actually have a keen eye for noticing things, you will see the difference. But for most people trained at the normal eye and everything like that, it's not going to mean nothing to you. But the reason why people are complaining is because it's a flagship iPhone, $800, $799, or $699, $700, $800, $900, right? For a new phone. It's going to have 60 hertz, and it's the only flagship phone that's going to have that. Samsung's already at 120, OnePlus at 120. You know what I'm saying? What other one? The one with an X, like, what is it called? Iomi? Something like that? Yomi? Whatever it is. They're at 120. The Google Pixel at 120. So it's like all these flagship phones are going to be at 120 hertz, except for iPhone. It's still going to have 60. Now, of course, the Pro models are going to have the dynamic one. It refreshes from like 10 hertz up to 120 or like 120 to 1, something like that. But it is interesting to see how they're handling that, you know. But, I mean, it's going to be on their base model phones. I mean, if you want to go, just get the Pro and then you have 120 hertz. I mean, but for the normal person, 60 hertz, you shouldn't really notice the difference. Especially if you haven't used the phone at 120. You know what I'm saying? So, I had to talk about that, though, for all my tech gurus out there. Now, for my sports people, I know this is the part y'all been waiting for. I feel like most people who are ready for sports just go to the end. Because that's, I think, how I'm going to do it. Keep the sports at the end. Unless it's some crazy sports news, that'll be the first one. But, ladies and fucking gentlemen, my Denver Broncos won again. I'm sorry. I had to preach today for a second. The Denver Broncos won the last, 4 games in a row? Beat the Chiefs, beat the Bills. Beat someone else, we don't even know them. Did we beat the Vikings? Oh my God. Come on, man. We are doing our thing, ladies and gentlemen. The Broncos are finally at 500. We're 5-5, second in the division. Of course, the Chiefs are number 1. But to be second, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Because that means we're not the underdogs no more. That means we're not poverty no more. I know I talked about them a lot, but they turned it around. Ladies and gentlemen, the Broncos to the bowl? No. But I'm excited because right now we're looking good. We're looking very, very good. I love it. The Nuggets, they did lose, but they already got a ring. I don't care. Jokic is the best center in the league. Nuggets are still that team. Now, I won't rep the Nuggets fully until LeBron retires because as people know, LeBron is the GOAT that will stand on that hill. I will talk about reasons why later down on this podcast. But until LeBron retires, I'm a Nuggets Lakers fan. The reason why I want LeBron to try to win a couple more rings, at least give me 5. That's all I want, Bron. Give me 5. And then I think I'll go to just being a full Nuggets fan. Because I'm Colorado everything, man. Colorado native. I got to rap everything Colorado. But speaking of Lakers, LeBron at 38 years old dropping another 30 piece. 37? 37 what? 8 and 6? What? On 73% shooting? From the field? Oh my God. 3 steals? Man, listen, man. Nobody is doing this. He's like that perfect wine that aged perfectly. Perfectly. This is man, look. Man, look. Oh my God. Oh my God. The Mavericks is looking nice. Kyrie and Luka finally just cooking everybody. They losing here and there, but they're winning here and there and there because they're winning more than losing. Both of them dropping 30s and whatever. You know what I'm saying? The Bucks finally trying to get it together a little bit. You know, the Suns is struggling. Thank you. Because they thought they were going to put together the God Squad. No. And the Clippers struggling because they thought they were going to bring James Harden and bring the God Squad. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's looking good. The in-season tournament is looking great. Lakers are 3-0. It's just, bro, it's looking great. And in football, football is still here. Josh Allen redeemed himself against the Jets because I thought he was gonna be trash again like he was, but nope, he cooked for me in fantasy. Thank you. The Lions is cold. I told everybody this. CJ Stroud MVP question mark. We gotta see. I mean, Christian McCaffrey, he's still doing his thing. Listen, y'all, sports is here. You know what? I kind of wanna watch some volleyball. Volleyball, I'm gonna cover volleyball next time because volleyball is fun to watch, y'all. Y'all gotta watch yourself some volleyball, man. But it's, hey, man, sports is here, and WNBA is gonna be nice. The two college girls, I believe the one for USC and the one that is Kyrie mixed with Rondo. That girl, oh my god. You know what I'm saying? It's bro. I feel like the woman been hearing people clown them. You know, people watch WNBA, people watch it, da, da, da. So now they coming with a vengeance because these girls can hoop, y'all. They can hoop. So, hey, hey, just stay tuned, man. Just keep watching. Yo, you go. Yo, I'm gonna start covering WNBA and the college, bro. I'm gonna have to, cause they hooping over there. They is hooping. All right. But ladies and gentlemen, that's my time, man. I'm cutting into everybody's time. Go ahead, get back to work. You know what I'm saying? Get back to your commute. Get back to doing what you're doing, working out, whatever you are doing. I just want to say I appreciate you rocking with me. And I still gotta come up with an outro. I'm gonna think of a good one. I'm gonna think of a good one, trust me. But I appreciate you letting me be a part of your day. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. And ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of My Honest Take.